submitted. Order submitted.
Sorry about that. Testing, testing. Sorry about that. My mic, believe it or not, I didn't have it plugged in the right socket there. I was wishing you a good morning and letting you know that I had decided to put the NASDAQ 30 range signal B AI drone on my Apex account. Should hear me now. Okay, great. So that's the main reason why I went with this strategy. I was, kind of doing my homework before the market opened. And another hot strategy right now is this ES 5-minute signal A. The ES 5-minute signal A, let me uncheck this other one, is up $2,413 this month. So that one is, come up to my radar. And what I like to do is just take a look at the analysis so I can kind of see what times of the day. I'll make sure that it's set on entry time. And I see in the early morning hours, with exception to the opening bell, it doesn't do all that great. But then after things settle down a little bit later, it kind of finds its direction, and it's hit some really nice trades. So the big spike is this. The best time to trade this, according to this analysis, is in that 12:30 range, 12:30. So we'll keep an eye on the ES. My gold, I saw one of our members here in YouTube Live had mentioned, maybe the signal A early and then the signal B a little bit later. And whoever said that happened to be 100% right. I was looking at the signal A, which had really nice results on gold. I'm referring to gold now. Early in the morning, from about 5:30 to 7:30 a.m., the signal A on gold. And then the signal B seems to do a little bit better a little bit later, from about 8:30 on. So if I look at the analysis on my signal A's, you can see in my analysis from 5 a.m. to about 8 o'clock morning, where if we go to the signal B's, it'll kind of be the opposite. So my signal B's start catching on fire after the opening bell, and then they go into the positive. So we're looking at just this month. So it'll be interesting to see at the end of the month how that plays out. So it's not really I wouldn't think that that's really a significant amount of data, but it's something to keep an eye on. Our 2-minute Nasdaq so far this month has been having a rough month, but the bright spot really is this signal B on the Nasdaq has really been crushing it. Right now, pre-market, we got really low volume, so it's kind of isn't doing anything just yet. And we'll take a look at our 30 range signal A's. .30 range signal A really likes that market open, 9:30 to 10:30. It's made about $4,000. 2,200 at 9:30 and 1,800 at 10. So the signal A 30 range loves that burst at the market open. Let's see what kind of positions we're in here. We're in a short position on crude oil. Crude oil, we went to a 10 range. 10 range, we sped it up a little bit. Wanted to improve our results on crude oil. And right now we're in a position to the short side on the signal A. So let's take a look at that trade. I know Mark last week on this strategy was up over $3,000. Let me see if that was the signal A or B. So we will keep an eye on crude oil. It was the black gold. Black gold was up 3,100. On Mark's computer. Does the AI learn this too about the best trading times? Okay, Mark, see Mark here. Hey, good morning, Mark. Mark has the dreaded jury duty today. Sorry about your luck. I guess they pull his name out of a hat. And when your name gets called, you kind of got no choice. Yeah, so this we're going to be continuing to integrate that artificial intelligence really into the entire strategy. So I see Mark's answer to Patrick. But what I can do, Patrick, is in the strategy parameters, I can change my trading hours, but I don't want to do that just yet. With these new strategies, I want to accumulate some more data before I do that. So I kind of want to run it kind of wide open at first, and just have in my notes what's doing what and when, and just continue to get that data. Because after a month or two, and then it becomes a lot more significant. nice positions on crude oil and gold and the Russell. Let's see if I have the Russell. Even these out a little bit. All right, so we're getting ready for the market to open here at 9:30, with just a couple more minutes. And I'm just going to look at the calendar real quick. Mark had a great day yesterday. Just under 2,000 on that PA account. Really great job. Great trading. So today, Tuesday, April 9th. The big report is tomorrow. So today we're okay. The big one is tomorrow. Let's put the black golds here and the gold here. Gold nugget. Okay, now we're off. I see the volume spike. Gold, the gold nugget. We got crude oil and black gold, and that's the hot strategy from last week. See if we can get into this move to the upside. We head down. I'm looking at the 30 range here. Gold is in a beauty. Might be the signal A. And gold has just been red hot. Red hot. Those early morning hours. And if you're not trading gold early, I highly recommend giving it a try. Hey, good morning, Dr. Hansen. So this is the workspace here, and if you're just joining us for the first time, the AI Auto Trader trades 6 instruments simultaneously. And it just jumped into a trade on the 2-minute. Hey, Dr. Jeff. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Okay, and there we go. Oh, we're in this trade on a trailing stop. Uh, this is a 50-tick trailing stop here on this haymaker strategy. And let's see how far we could drag this thing along. So in our strategy parameters, we have a couple of different ways that we can manage the trade. A trailing stop is one of them. This is a little more conservative trade management strategy. Normally we don't have our stop that tight. You know, we kind of give it room. So I'm using a little bit more of a conservative setting than our regular strategy on the 30 range. But everyone's trading style is different, and the settings that come out of the box are different than what I just showed on this strategy. Sometimes with Apex accounts, we don't. They look at our high water mark, and we don't want to give back too much. So I went with the conservative trade management strategy of trailing it by 50 ticks. The 30 range that didn't do that, that's on the signal A. Okay, that's a different strategy. So the gold is wow. Look at gold. Gold is shot right up at an all-time high. Gold is. I was listening to some of the talking heads, and they're saying how it's oversold so highly that they're expecting a big correction, but that's yet to be seen. Really like that gold signal A early, and then it turns into the signal B around this time. So the gold signal B AI drone is our hot strategy right now. That's the one that's in this long trade. That NQ30 range. Oh, the YM is in a trade. Hey, Patrick. Do we teach the strategies? Yeah, sure, we do. I could tell you a little bit about the strategies. The strategies, as I mentioned earlier, are trading all the index equities, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, and the E-mini. And we've also added crude oil and gold. And we have two variations for each instrument, a signal A entry. Our signal A entry takes reversals, shifts in momentum. And our signal B entry is a trend trading strategy. When the software picks up, when our system picks up a disparity between uptick and downtick, and institutional money is driving the price either up or down, it's going to jump in. The signal B entry is going to jump in the trade in the same direction as the large institutions are pushing price. So those are our two entries. We run the strategies with anywhere from a 3 to a 5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. We start with one on the E-minis. We start with one contract. And with very little risk, we're going for some really nice trades, some nice targets, with a 3 or 4, anywhere from all the way up to a 5 to 1 risk to reward. Now, each one of the bots, you can see in my strategies that there's the drones and the bots. Each one of the bots for each instrument runs in tandem with a drone, and that's part of our AI integration. And the two strategies, the bot and the drone, share a database and communicate with one another. And it looks at the market conditions. What's the maximum forward excursion, the maximum adverse excursion, kind of like the range of the market. And based on the current market conditions, the drone tells the bot where the ideal locations are for the stop and the profit targets. What we do for our members, we have a great community of traders in our Discord chat group. And what we do is we post weekly the top 5 strategies. And the top 5 strategies last week, you could see were the Signal B drone. So there's no mystery why I have it here on my PA account. It was kind of a no-brainer to go with that one. And the Signal B bot, they're both doing extremely well. Signal A, 31.49 on the 30 range. So the 30 range has been really one of our hottest strategies. And then crude oil and the E-mini. So as being part of our Discord community of traders, you get a lot of insight as to which strategies are performing the best. As a community as a whole, listen, there's power with numbers. If you are in our community of traders, to post your daily results would be helpful to everybody. A lot of people currently do. And having that information to see what's working for others, sometimes even more important, what's not working, that's valuable information. So we really do encourage our members to post their daily results that show each individual instrument and what the P&L was, what the performance was. Patrick, we also have, I'm going to put in the chat box, we have a great workshop. There's 2 modules to it that really go into depth on each one of our inputs and our strategies. That's module number 1. Module number 2 teaches you how to really optimize your own automated strategy and build your own. And I'm going to put that link in the chat box. So if you'd like to watch those videos and learn more, you certainly can. Basically, we kind of, in speaking with traders over the years, I've spoken with, probably about 30 or 40% of the traders that like to get under the hood, to get inside the strategy parameters, tinker around with it, test different inputs, and really play around with it and get into it. And then the other 60% or 70%, they just use what we've tested and optimized right out of the box, and they just want to enable it and make some money. So we kind of cater to both types of traders. And I've got some members of my team kind of watching the charts, so they're helping me answer some of the questions. I appreciate it. Good morning, Charlie. So let me find that link that I want to share with you. If you want to learn more, so we've got the Signal A AI drone on gold. That's on our leaderboard. So let me put that one up. And it looks like the Signal A on the 5-minute, which is really a great strategy, jumped into a trade. Really pleased to have you here today, Patrick. I'm going to put this link in for you. And it's really a very exciting system to watch. And, what we're looking for is an edge over the other retail traders. And this system really keeps its finger on the pulse of the market and gives you a really good indication of where institutional money is headed, is pouring in and being taken out of. So I just put the sign-up form, Patrick. Signal A is great for ranging markets. You hit the nail on the head. And this is a Signal A entry right here on the retirement plan. That's our 2-minute. And the retirement plan, you could see here when the cross of this RSI line in my Laguerre oscillator, the pink line that I just put dots on, when that breaks through the 80% line and momentum shifts down to the downside, it's going to pop you into that trade short right here where the RSI line crossed the 80. Pops us in. It's risking 50 to make 200. So in a ranging market where there's big swings up and down, that's really the go-to entry. We're in a trending market and it's just in one direction. I might take off this trailing stock because I think I'm too tight. But let's see how this plays out. Because I saw it just wicked me out a second ago, and had I left it alone, I would still be in this move to the downside. So 50 ticks might be a little too tight for this. We'll look at the 2-minute and the 30 range side by side. Well, the 2 minutes out. The 30 range might be squeezed it a little too tight. Okay, so we'll make an adjustment on that. Let's give it a little more room. That's really the why we've been having so much success on it, is just giving the NASDAQ plenty of room to take off. So let's redo this one. And I'm just going to load. What I can do is just go in and edit my strategies and go back to the original template. It's the NASDAQ 30 range signal B. And I'm going to load that template. All of the settings come pre-formatted. And I just need to put it in my account, which it is. And now I can enable that strategy. And now it will manage the trades without that trailing stop. So the 2-minute, you saw that 2-minute on the retirement plan. Take a trade. And the retirement plan is actually still in this position. Let's go to the Dow real quick. The Dow Diamond took this big move down. So very quietly, this ES trade is maturing, and that it's kind of a sleeper strategy. It gets into a trade, and it digs in, man. It could float around for an hour or two in there, but they've been finding their way to that profit target. 2-minute. Kind of liking that 2-minute. So we can see here on our accounts, the YM is actually now on the leaderboard, number 1. Oh, Mark Miller, if you're still in the room, David is looking for that code for the texting. Let me send him a quick Skype for Dave. So the Dow Diamond, wow, what a trade. Unbelievable. The Dow Diamond just hit that full winner You can see the short entry it took on that signal A. Our Laguerre came out of the RSI line, came out of that Laguerre, that 80% line, jumped in short for a beauty. Looks like we're having a big sell-off on the Dow. I talked to some traders that just absolutely love that ES strategy. That's really their primary go-to strategy. A lot of people love trading the E-mini. Yeah, Patrick. A lot of our members are using Apex and having a lot of success. I showed last week. We took a trade on the Nasdaq, and basically in 3 trading sessions we're able to get past on YouTube Live here. But a lot of our members are having success with getting past their Apex. So the system can be traded using, a live account with your own funds or a prop account. So either way. All right, look at this 2-minute. In fact, Patrick, we have in our Discord chat a channel that's dedicated specifically for prop traders, and there's a lot of communication in there. A lot of our members are very active with their various prop firms. This is our prop trading resources channel, and being part of this community here, there's really a ton of information that they share with one another. So it's really a great system for prop trading. Mark Miller, who me and Mark kind of alternate on YouTube, alternate days. And he uses the trade copier to trade, multiple funded accounts. And he does that all on YouTube. In fact, yesterday in his PA account, he was up about $1,700 using the system. All of his prop accounts, at what time he had $100,000 accounts, and he trades those with a trade copier. That 2-minute is looking very nice. That retirement strategy. Retirement plan. Oh, now I took one in my Apex. So we start off with very little risk. on the trade. This is on a so we, what we look for is to just get a little breathing room um, away from our stop. Some of them will come back and stop us out, but that's okay. We're not risking a lot on these moves, on these trades. We're, like I mentioned, we're trading 1 E-mini. So if it comes back and it stops me out, it's not going to put me on the sideline for the day. So, but if we can get some room and the trade matures to the downside here, we have the potential to hit a really nice, make some really nice money just on one good trade, and get out of the market, disable the strategy. So that's what I'm kind of looking to do here on this 30 range. I just need a little room on this trade. Getting a lot of sideways action. Yeah, and I see your question. The really the system of, for the signal B is going to trade those breakouts when they break out of consolidation. Signal A, if they're in consolidation and it's, like you had mentioned earlier, a ranging market, a signal A is a better option. Seeing how the 2-minute, seeing if we can make an adjustment here. The Dow Diamond is up top. The 2-minute signal A and the YM. And we do have this E-mini. Looks like the signal A on the NASDAQ just jumped in. A lot of open positions right now. That retirement plan came back. I kind of like that 2-minute. Let's see if this 30 range will jump in now. The 2-minute signal A's. So the retirement plan just took a full winner. That 2-minute. I think we're going to sit tight where we are. Yeah, and this is a ranging market, huh? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. I'm going to try to catch a trade on the 2-minute as well. Let's wait till this one matures here. Let's see if we can catch one. Come on. Yeah, this sideways stuff. All right. Let's go with the I'm going to switch to a 2-minute. I'm going to take one more trade on the PA account. Try to catch a 2-minute. There it goes. So I should have got that same entry. Nope. Okay. It does something a lot more advanced than that, Patrick. It like I was mentioning to you earlier, each one of our bots is running in tandem with a drone. And it is looking at the range of the market in a unique way. And dynamically during the trading session, it's going to self-adjust the stop and profit targets based on the range of the market. YM is hot today. YM is our right now is really the hottest strategy today. The signal A on the YM. The YM is up 1100 right now. The bot itself is up 1047. And the drone that has the real wide stop and profit targets is in a trade now. Two-minute AI drone. Didn't pull back high enough to get into that trade. Yeah, the Dow is trading really well. The Dow. Well, maybe that's what we try. Why not go with what's working? So what I could do is I can bring up a new strategy. Let's see which one is really doing the best. The AI, signal A, the 10 range on the Dow. So if I right click and go to, on my strategies tab, and I'll right click and select new strategy. And I'm going to load the template for the Dow. And we'll take a trade on the Dow. The Nasdaq didn't trade well today. Oh, it's on gold. Let me see where that Dow here. So if Dow makes another move to the upside, it'll pop us into it. Might have just popped us in now. Nope, not yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, that Dow is really trading well. And there goes gold. Okay, gold is up at 23.80. Could catch that 2-minute now to the short side. Let's go back. See if we can catch this 2-minute roll to the downside. Yeah. It did put us in the YM long. Let's take a look at that trade. There we go. Okay, the risk got taken off of the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ went to plus 11. And now we're maturing to the downside here. Okay. Oh, I thought that was my PA account. Wasn't. I put that same strategy on. I'll be damned. Look at the ES. Wow. That moved down. Oh, man. And attach this to the modified fast. All right, made a nice comeback. Put the PA count back to plus 200. Big sell-off. Wow. That's a nice part about the haymaker is it can very quickly get you back into the game. I think I'm going to close this position here. And let's stay on this signal B. We did catch that big move down uh, on the 30 range. But we absorbed 3 or 4 losers, and we stayed in the game, and with one nice trade, it put us back in the green, and that's really the advantage of having a good risk to reward ratio. You see the spike in volume, and institutional money's really selling off the NASDAQ right now. Our ES went all the way. So the ES did find its profit target. And the risk to reward on the ES is just tremendous. It's I think it's risking like 3 points to make 30, 20 or 30. Now the YM is retracing. All right, let's see if we can get in one more short roll on that NASDAQ. The retirement plan here has done extremely well. Oh, man, my mouse is freezing on me. But let's put that retirement plan up. It's at 13.95. That's the 2-minute signal A. The Dow is flying too. Haymaker jumped in on the 30 range. That's a signal A. Let's see the Haymaker trade. Haymaker. There it is. That's the signal A30 range. I'm on a signal B. But went back into that consolidation. We do have a really great indicator that defines the consolidation channels. It's called the RLT consolidation indicator. Let's see where we are on the Dow. The Dow Diamond gave some back. Here goes the Haymaker. Might need some batteries in my mouse. I'm in the trade as well on the short side. Let's switch accounts real quick. Well, give me a nice roll here. Come on now. My 15 is still green. I need that 15 to go red. It's bouncing off the 15. I break through that 15 and we might catch some daylight here. Wow. Dow just... Come on down. Came up and kissed our stop. We're still in the trade. Trying to break through this area of support. Break through there. Come on. Big spike in volume. About 3,500 contracts a minute here. Trying to push it lower. Come on, break through there. Push it through. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Form another pivot here. There we go. Come on. Get down there. Come on. Go all the way. $6,200 contracts a minute. All right, that put us at 855. So I'm going to disable that strategy now. 1650. Wow. Wonder why I did that. Somehow I went up 1650. There must be another one enabled somewhere. Oh, on that strategy I was up 1650. All right, so we got the apex up to 850. So I'm going to disable it and call it a day on that one. We kind of fought our way back. There's a really nice spike in volume that the system just capitalized on really nicely. And the haymaker, which is the 30 range signal A, scored big too. All my 30 ranges on the A entry took off. Let me see if I can get this back here. There we go. So this system loves this volatility. When those breakouts happen, it can light up your account in a hurry, like it just did mine. So we went from down 600 or 700 to up 800. And that signal B now on the NASDAQ is making a big comeback. Let's go to the signal B. And this was kind of the strategy that we started with this morning, but I think I did go back to it actually. Making a little retracement here. Dow Diamond's back in, taking this retracement back up. Retirement plan had a really nice day. So the 2 minute, I was ready to dismiss it this morning, and it made a really nice comeback today. After yesterday, it didn't do very well, but today it came right back with a vengeance. See, jumped in these positions on the NASDAQ. Let's see, they went, the signal A is bot and drone. Here's the signal B on a short roll. Boy, I like this one here. This is a nice trade. That is a beauty. trade has a lot of potential, I'll tell you that. I live right here by the Homestead Air Force Base, and they're flying some pretty intense fighter jets over my house right now. My living room just shook. They do not play around over there. Yeah, Patrick, I'm going to put my phone number in the in the chat box. Why don't you give me a call? We're going to wrap up here in about 15 or 20 minutes. And if anybody has any questions, or if Patrick, if you'd like to call me and discuss it, I'll be happy to. So now that you saw the stop came down to plus 11. So we're kind of giving it room because we're looking for that, we're looking for that 200-tick target. And with the NASDAQ, you're being so volatile, you've really got to give it some space, with the risk of giving back your profit. So it's not an easy instrument to trade. It's looking to break this other area of support. If it breaks that area of support, this trade has some running room here. And I tell you, one of the something that I was going to play around with is if you noticed when that big move down came, the volume spiked. I saw it at one time; it was up to 6,500 contracts a minute. So I'll show you something right after this trade. One of our conditions or one of our filters in our strategy, if you can actually make the volume a condition. What I mean by that is if it's not running at 2,000 contracts a minute or whatever you want to define it at. I mean, if it goes to 3,000, you know that they're pushing the price of the NASDAQ one way or the other. So in our strategy parameters, we can, look just for those trades. And those are, let me tell you, those are the ones that fly. And that's what put us back on the board today. We're looking to break this area of support again. It's creating new lows. Let me see if I can get this back, and I'll show you really quickly what I was referring to. Because we can really make these as conservative or aggressive as we want. We're looking for a happy medium. So my signal B drone is right up there, 1127. My signal A entry is up there at 2000 today. So those two strategies, I'll show you the performance on them for this week. They're just mind-boggling. The 30 range signal AI bot. I'm going to take a 5-minute break in just a second here to use the restroom. 30 range. Signal B AI bot. This is the Signal B AI bot for the month. And the analysis on it, you can see it does pretty well consistently. The other one up top was the Signal A AI bot. Let's see where that one is. This one's at 1,400 for the month. And the drone is at $4,000. I was trading the Signal B. Signal B is at 8,100 for the month. So it was about 7,000 this morning before we started. Now it's up to 8,100. So another great session for that one. We still have it enabled. So the drone, if Patrick, I know today's your first day. The drone is just going to continue to run, regardless of what the profit or the loss is. It just runs, and Mark says like a drunken sailor. It has no boundaries. Where our bots, we could put a daily loss for the session, and once it hits our loss, or on the other hand, if it hits our predefined profit limit, it'll stop trading. So with the PA account, let's go to the PA account. My PA account, I'm up 1,080 this month so far. 1,080. I had one day a green day, a red day, and now today was a green day. So my winning days were a little bigger than my losing days. So I'm up 1,000 on the PA account, trading the AI. A really nice condition that I can put in here is I can create this. I'll go off the strategy that I just created here, and if I edit the strategy and I wanted to take entries only when there's a spike in volume, what I could do is I can go to my Signal A entry, which is the one that's enabled. The Signal B on this is not checked, so all of the conditions are hidden. If I check off the Signal B, then all my conditions will come in, and then I could put in the filters on the other conditions that also must be met. But if we look at the Signal A entry, there's one of the parameters, or one of the conditions, is to use volume. If I enable that volume threshold, then a value comes here. So I only wanted to take a trade if volume spikes over 3,000 contracts a minute. So now when the system is, when the market's flying and you've got institutional money at play, driving the price one way or the other, I really like this on the Signal B entry, but it's good on both. What it'll do, though, is it will keep you out of a lot of trades that the volume just didn't meet your threshold, and there's nothing wrong with the trade. It might still go on to become a winner. But, if you were going to go to work and you just want to take the cream of the crop and not worry about keeping an eye on your charts, then this would be a really good filter to use, is that volume threshold filter. Because once that volume starts spiking, the way we saw it about 15 or 20 minutes ago, there's some serious money that can be made very quickly. So that's one of the conditions that we have built into our strategy. Obviously, the more of these conditions that we put, and in the videos that I put into the chat box earlier today, it explains what each one of these are. And if you want to familiarize yourself with them, I put the link. You'll see it in this chat, in the chain of the chat here. But I wanted to show you this volume threshold because I think it's a really cool strategy. It's a really cool condition. I'm sorry. We're on a trade on gold. Where was it? Gold, signal B, AI drone. This is the one that I was saying earlier that the signal B on gold is good just about this time of the day. Early in the morning, that signal A with those big moves up and down. You can get into one of those moves and end your day real early. So I'm going to open up this retirement plan trade. I'm going to run to the restroom for just a moment, and I will be right back. Let's see what open positions there are here. The ES is in one on the signal B. Okay, I'm back. I'm putting the office phone number in the chat box, and we're going to wrap up in about 12 or 13 minutes. Crude oil, let's take a look at crude. We're in the signal A. Been meaning to keep an eye on crude today. We went to that 10 range, and I'm curious to see how it did. Retirement plan maxed out at 2,000 today. So the 2 minutes back, and the signal B on the 30 range. Let's see where we are with that. Is at 924. Signal B AI drone. That's the one I was all keen on this morning. That's the one that's up 8,000 for this month. That was for good reason. I was keen on it. Wow. So crude's in a monster here. So when we finish up, I'm going to take a quick lunch break. But if you want to give me a call, Patrick or anybody that has a question that wants to talk about the system or kind of an exciting day today. We kind of we took a couple of hits, and we were down. Knowing the numbers of the strategy is really important. In the back of my mind, I knew that our win rate on that 30 range it's only about 40%. It's somewhere between 33 and 40%. So if you think you're going to win most of those trades, no, we're going to lose most of them. The majority of them, we're going to lose. The key is to be able to stick around until you can hit one or two of the big ones. And that's what we did today, and that's kind of what saved us. We started with the trailing stop that trails by about 50 ticks, and it just, I don't know, it seemed like it was a little tight for the NASDAQ, even at 50 ticks. It seemed like when we gave it more room, it did better, but it could have just been the timing of when it took the trade. But we kind of hung in there nicely, and we took that little bit of a drawdown and continued, keeping our confidence in the system. And it wound up paying off today. So I'm going to put some of these results here in our Discord just so our other members can see what kind of session we had this morning. And I firmly believe that having this information is a huge help. And to know, I'm more of a numbers guy than a trader. I can't trade for my life, but when it comes to crunching numbers seem to make sense to me. And that's really what I go off of is the numbers, and I try to keep the emotions out of it because that's when I do very poorly. That 30 range, though, is really such an exciting strategy to trade and to watch. We call that one our haymaker. This is the signal B. This is the one that's kind of leading the pack this week. Which could all change today or tomorrow. Personally, if I have $1,000, that's way over my profit target. My personal goal is anything over 500. If I can get anything over 500, I'll stop for the day and call it a day. Capital preservation to me is important, but other people are different. For example, Mark, when he's on a hot streak and he's winning, he keeps going, man, and he runs up the score. I did it yesterday. I watched him. So everybody has their own style, their own risk tolerance. We really think that this is an extremely powerful tool that can help you reach your profit target every day. It could certainly give you the potential to run up the score, but I'm really looking for consistency. The big swings up and down are a little too nerve-wracking for me. So our stop went to break even plus 11. And now we're trying to ride this up. Now that the market's settled down some, there was a lot of volatility. We were going into those areas of consolidation that was chopping us up a little bit. But once the market found a direction, we started getting better results. All right, so signal B is at 1,000 on the 30 range now. And this crude oil trade, this crude oil is our strategy that's running on. See, what I do when I see I'm up 480 on a trade, I don't want to give all of that back. One way to manage the trades also is, and there's several different, I can right-click on my stop and attach it to an indicator. And I go to Properties, and I attach it in the drop-down to my modified fast. And I click OK. Now my stop is moved down to where my 15 EMA is. So that's one way to use a trailing drawdown as well. So we actually have 3 different ways to trail these trades. I like to do it, just like a trade like we're in now. We're up 400 or 500 on the trade. We gave it room. We don't want to give back all of those profits. So it's a really good time, and we're coming up to an area of resistance where it looks like it just broke right through. We're still giving it plenty of room. The price of crude oil was very high. It seems to be retracing today. But crude oil and gold have been trading very well. We're in a nice trade on on the ES again, on that signal AES. Remember, that was the one earlier that I showed you, that ES signal AI drone. It looks like it's coming dangerously close to our stop, but if you remember this morning, before this session started, it was up 2,400 for the month. So, very quietly, it's not as exciting as the NASDAQ. But it gets the job done. Gets the job done. Let's take a look at that strategy a little closer. This is the performance of that ES strategy for the month. This is the ES signal A drone, and just so you know, there's no funny stuff. This is where we're at in realized profits, and potentially this trade could drift up to our profit target. So this is a really nice strategy too. You can see our average winner is 722. Our average loser is 186. Our win rate, right about 33%. So 1 out of 3. So we've got to remember, it's okay if we take a loser or two. Hang in there. Of course, we should all have our limits, and cut it off. We don't want to take a huge drawdown, but it's okay to take a few losers. The winner's right around the corner. And we look at our analysis, and it usually happens late in the morning, this time of day. This is when this strategy shines. Right at the market open, we saw it take a full winner then. And then after the market settles down, between now and 1 o'clock, that ES, that's when it shines. So we've really got some exciting strategies between crude oil, gold, the E-mini, and the NASDAQ. We saw some really nice trades today on the Dow. The Dow is very quietly up $600-700. This is the strategy that we developed really in collaboration with David Wise. It uses his core methodology to trigger a trade. Walter, I'm not sure. Let's take a look at it. If I right-click my stop here, and increase price, decrease price, attach to indicator. And then it just has the list of the indicators. It doesn't appear so, Walter. But let me show you. I saw yesterday you had asked about the, what did you ask? The 15 crossing the 50? And you asked me before. I guess I didn't answer your question because I saw you ask it again yesterday. But I could show you the condition if Mark didn't yesterday. What was the condition that you asked about? We could probably custom code what you just wrote. If it can't be done on the platform itself, I'm sure Sergio can, customize that. But the overbought, oversold, you wanted to know if the stop can be tied to a non-chart-based indicator, say the RSI coming out of overbought, oversold. It's a good idea, actually. I think you asked me that before, too. What Walter's saying is, if you get the entry short here, it would stay short until your stop would be when this RSI line crosses this 20, right where this entry was. Let's take a look at that. So if I go to my strategy parameters, and let's go to, you said, you want to reword that? Was it a signal A entry you were asking me about with a 1550 cross? Managing the stop. Gotcha. Yeah, that looks like a really good strategy. Makes sense. So I'm up about 500, and I want to attach it to my modified fast. I'll go to click here and attach it right here and click OK. So now it tightens up that stop to preserve some of that capital. I don't want to give it all back. So now it's really a momentum-based trailing stop when it's tied to that 15. That 15 EMA is a really good assessment of momentum. And I can actually loosen it and tighten it, which is a really nice feature of this indicator. By the slope of that 15. So it was a really great day to trading today. A couple of unexpected things with the 2-minute coming back strong. The ES 5-minute did extremely well. The big winner of the day was that 30 range signal A. The 30 range signal A was the big winner of the day. You could see my results here. I was very keen this morning on this signal B. It didn't have a bad day, but it wasn't our number one. But there's nothing wrong with making about 855. I'll take it. So I'm very pleased with that. But that's what the leaderboard looks like today. And I showed you the top strategies over the course of the entire month. So it was a really great day, and if you have any questions, I put my my phone number in the chat box. I'm going to take about a 30 or 40-minute break for lunch. But give me a call. I'd love to hear what you think and get your input. So it just exited that trade on the 5-minute. So it does squeeze it, but you know what? If I'm $500, if I have $500 in profit, I'm okay with squeezing it a little bit. Now, it might drift up and go all the way, but that's just part of trading. So listen, I hope everybody has a blessed day. We're going to be back tomorrow. Mark is on jury duty. Believe it or not, here in Miami, the justice system gets a bit backlogged. So when they pull your number, there's no way out. And they pulled his number. So I guess you're stuck with me for a few days at least. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. Let's do it again tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for joining me. It was really a pleasure. God bless everyone. Have a great day. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that.